There's 4 words that fill kids with joy and parents with dread. School's out for summer. But there are 4 other words that will make everybody happy. We're going to Disney World. That's 5, dang it. Oh, you want to? Oh, hi. I'm James from Guide to WDW. You just caught me grilling up some burgers and dogs in this completely unstaged scene. It's just that I love summer so much, especially at Disney World. A trip to Disney was the highlight of so many of my summers growing up, and I want to make sure that you have the same great experience. So if you're going to Disney World in summer 2024, here are 5 things that you need to know before you go. I'm covering the biggest news, the most exciting openings, and the best limited time offerings. Plus, I'll share some easy ways to save some money and my predictions for what the crowds will be like. Don't forget your sunscreen. Let's dive in. Let's start with the new and returning attractions. This is the summer of comebacks, where many attractions that have been gone for months or years will be back on the scene, hopefully upgraded and better than ever. For example, the transformation of EPCOT is finally complete this summer. The center of the park has been a construction zone since 2019, and the last of those construction walls finally go down on June 10th, when Communicore Hall opens. This building features a festival center, a stage, and the new Mickey and Friends meet and greet. This meet and greet will be offered with Genie Plus. At Hollywood Studios, after being closed months for maintenance, Rock 'n' Roller Coaster will reopen on July 27th, although the Aerosmith theme will be sticking around. But the splashiest openings are at Magic Kingdom. Country Bear Jamboree is currently closed and will reopen sometime later this year, with an all-new set list of popular Disney songs and majorly upgraded animatronics. We don't have a specific opening date yet, but Disney World's website says it will reopen sometime summer 2024, although that could still mean as late as September. But we do have an opening date for Disney World's biggest new ride of the year, Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Okay, it's not a completely new ride because it's basically a redo of Splash Mountain, which closed in early 2023. Tiana will have the same log flume ride system and track as Splash Mountain, but feature an all-new story, setting, songs, and S-tier animatronics. That's nerd speak for jaw-dropping. Tiana's Bayou Adventure has a lineup of multiple A1000 figures, which are Imagineering's most advanced, most expressive, and smoothest moving animatronics ever. When will it open? Well, we're almost there. Tiana's Bayou Adventure will have annual pass holder previews on select dates in June, and then it will be open to all guests on June 28th. The ride will feature a virtual queue at first, although Disney has said it anticipates it will change it to a regular standby line shortly after opening. I wouldn't be surprised if the virtual queue doesn't last the whole summer, but I also would have guessed that Guardians of the Galaxy would have gotten rid of its virtual queue by now, so I guess anything is possible. Tiana will also be added to the Genie Plus Lightning Lane lineup, and I bet it will quickly become the hardest to get Lightning Lane at Magic Kingdom. I would make it my #1 Genie priority at that park this summer. And if you want to learn how to get the biggest Lightning Lanes as fast as possible, be sure to check out my Genie Plus Masterclass on my channel, which has all my best tips for Genie. And get subscribed while you're at it for more Disney World news, tips, and advice. Okay, we've covered what's opening, let's look at what will be closed this summer, because there are some really important closings that will affect your Disney World vacation. First, a couple of smaller closings, like the Hall of Presidents, which will be closed for a short refurbishment June 9th through 10th, and Blizzard Beach, which is closed for the season. Typhoon Lagoon is the only water park open this summer. But the biggest closing by far is Test Track, which will close for its second major overhaul since it opened. Test Track 3.0 will give the vehicles a new look and give the ride a new story inspired by World of Motion. No word on the reopening date, but Test Track will be closed for a while starting June 17th. A quick Genie Plus tip here. EPCOT has 3 Lightning Lanes that sell out much faster than the rest: Remy, Frozen, and Test Track. Test Track closing could mean those other 2 sell out even faster, and it could also possibly mean that it's a bit harder to get Soarin'. Back to closings. Also at EPCOT, it's notable what will be absent this summer: a festival. This year, the Flower and Garden Festival closed a month earlier than 2023, and the Food and Wine Festival doesn't open until late August. So from late May until late August, we'll have Diet EPCOT, meaning there's no festival. Honestly, this isn't all bad news because this is how things used to be in the summer before 2020. Also, the festivals cause local crowds to come in during the weekends, and the human body isn't meant to eat Canadian cheddar soup in late July. But that doesn't mean there isn't anything special happening at Epcot this summer, which brings us to the limited time special events. Disney World will have several special limited time offerings this summer, including Celebración Encanto, a stage show sing-along featuring Encanto hits that will run June 10th through September 6th at Communicore Plaza. As I mentioned earlier, also at Epcot there will be the Food and Wine Festival starting late August, and that will run through November. At Magic Kingdom for the opening of Tiana, Golden Oak Outpost and the Friar's Nook will offer beignets drizzled with honey for a limited time. To which I ask, why not permanently? Over at Animal Kingdom for the 30th anniversary of The Lion King, first of all, my goodness, how has it been 30 years? And secondly, they'll have some special merch, including a Pumbaa popcorn bucket, and Timon and Rafiki will be greeting guests at Rafiki's Planet Watch from June 10th through September 6th. The limited time edition I'm most excited about this summer is Disney Dreams That Soar, an all-new drone show located at the west side of Disney Springs. This 10-minute show features a ton of great Disney characters, and best of all, it's free. Dreams That Soar runs May 24th through September 2nd, and the calendar currently has showtimes at 9 p.m. and 10:45 p.m. most nights, but check the calendar for your visit in case that changes. Looking to save some money this summer, Disney is offering some pretty compelling deals. There are 2 great ticket offers if you just want to visit one park per day. The first ticket deal is the 4-day 4-park Magic ticket, which was a really popular deal last year. This lets you visit all 4 theme parks across 4 days starting at $99 per day. You just have to visit a different park on each day. 1 day in Magic Kingdom, 1 day in Epcot, 1 day in Hollywood Studios, and 1 day in Animal Kingdom. And those days don't have to be consecutive. The second ticket deal is new for this year, the 3-day 3-park ticket. Notice that Magic isn't in the name for this ticket because it doesn't let you into Magic Kingdom. Otherwise, it works just like the other ticket where you have to visit a different park each day, but just for Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom. That ticket starts at $89 per day. Both tickets don't require reservations, and the offer is available through late September. Disney is also offering some steep discounts for their resorts, especially for annual pass holders. If you're looking for the best deal, my advice is to use the link below to work with the official travel agency of Guide to WDW. They'll help you find the best offers, plus if a new offer comes out after you book, they can always adjust things so you're always getting the best deal. And they'll book all your reservations at no extra cost to you. There's really no downside. But is there a downside to going to Disney World in the summer? After all, you've probably heard that the summer is the busy season at Disney. Well, let's dispel that with some data and the crowd forecast. The summer being really crowded at Disney World used to be the case, but recently summer has been kinda light. If you just look at the summer months, May is pretty uncrowded until Memorial Day, and then crowds peak during June and July, and then go back down in August and September once school's back in session and Orlando feels like the surface of the sun. But that bump in June and July isn't that bad. July was the 7th busiest month last year, and June was in 6th place. 2022 was very similar. I'd call these moderate crowds, definitely busier than the light season of May, August, and September, which are the 3 least crowded months of the year. But even still, June and July are still a far cry from the busy seasons of the holidays and spring break. Last year, summer was pretty soft, with the slowest 4th of July in years. Now, crowds are slightly up this year versus last year, and I do think we'll see a bump of crowds in late June and throughout July at Magic Kingdom with Tiana's Bayou Adventure opening, especially that opening week. But between the Tiana ride, the low to moderate crowds, and the deals, this summer could be a great time to go. But if you're worried about the parks being busy, be sure to check out this next video here, which gives my best tips for beating the crowds at Disney World. If you're going this summer, let me know if you have any questions. I'd love to hear from you. This has been James from Guide to WDW. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you real soon.